Yes, we got Selenks in the building tonight.
Yes.
We're talking about Man United, transfers.
Yeah.
We'll touch a bit on Pogba as well.
Yes.
See today on Twitter, it looks like, if you listen to the Twitter sphere, he's agreed something with PSG. The impact that's going to have on Man United. I want to speak on just the expectations.
Yeah.
What you guys as supporters want from Ole this season, and then we'll touch a bit on how you reckon the season's sort of gonna go.
Cool.
In terms of others,
I'm ready.
Horses.
Yeah.
Is the top four gonna change from last season?
Yeah.
And so on and so forth.
Cool.
But before we get into that, saw something going on Twitter, like where people was talking. Actually, it was in our group chat as well. Like, which footballer made you feel like you can remember, like the first footballer?
The first two was Colin York.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to think back, and like it's Colin York definitely, because all my uncles support Man United, and then obviously you're seeing two black strikers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're the first two that I really, when I think, I'm trying to go back and think. Those are the first two that really made me like, yeah. And obviously you had like Beckham's goals and all that long, them and there.
So how did your United affiliation come about? Is it just from your uncles?
It was literally just from my uncle. From when I was young, they just used to like always watch Man United. I had one uncle that I used to chill with a lot. Yeah. And always he support Man United. I think he even lived in Manchester, I think. I can't remember. But obviously like it just came off on me. And then as I said, because I saw the two black strikers, I just affiliated myself. Identity in it. So I just affiliate myself with it. And to be fair, I'm lucky because my whole life up until 4 or 5 years ago, we were just winning. Facts. You see what I'm saying? So I'm lucky in that sense. I mean, who knows? Like, there's a lot of people like who have probably supported the team when they were younger just because they had to. Then at a point they may have switched to someone else. But Facts. I was lucky in that respect.
Nah, that's good. And in terms of like obviously being from Sierra Leone, like is Man United huge over there?
Bruv. In Africa, I don't know if I can't just say Sierra Leone. I think it's Africa in general.
Even the Caribbean.
Yeah, and the Caribbean, I can imagine as well. Football is crazy. Like they're so they're so passionate about.
They're
football.
Sometimes I think they're more patriotic.
I think they are. Like here. Big Ben thing. I think they are, man. Like people like. So I heard something about there's one Man United game. Someone had a heart attack and died. Like them things like that are happening because they're so. Not for it out there, and because they can watch every game. Like,
every game,
I remember the first one at Sierra Leone. I'm thinking, how am I watching every game out here where it's third world? I can't watch these games back in England. Facts. You see what I'm saying? Every game you go in there, you pay a little, like it's equivalent like 10p or something. Yeah. You sit there, they got like 3 screens up, and you got all the different fans sat there in it. I remember the time I was there when it was us and Chelsea, and then Hernandez scored that goal in like the first like minute or so when we played Chelsea. I think it was 2-0 or 2-1, and then Vince scored the header, and that pretty much won us the league, innit? Crazy, man. Nah, crazy.
Because even when I go back to Grenada, like the impact football has there, like man, are serious.
Listen,
man will go get into town for about 10 in the morning, have breakfast, and then it's football the whole day. Man will watch Premier League, then go into La Liga. Then going to see
they watch. Like it's crazy.
As long as football's on, man is sort of watching it. Yeah. And I think sometimes when you speak to certain like man them out there, even their knowledge of the game is sometimes way more analytical than man that consume football.
No, it's true, man. Like the thing out there is just they don't have the infrastructure.
That's it.
And I bet they've got bare ballers as well. Just the thing, like because they're raw footballers. You see what I'm saying? Like they just got raw dribble, and they're playing on stone and that. You know what I mean? And they're dribbling crazy. But obviously, like infrastructure and all those things and stuff. So
it's gonna come, man.
No, it'll come. At the end of the day, like you see, this is probably going into a whole other topic. But obviously, we see like teams like France and all that, and England even, and the majority of the players come from England, not France. They don't originate from there. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully, one day people will switch on
and see it happen, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully.
But yeah, how you find? Let's first. Obviously, you're someone I know has been touring this transfer since last season. Obviously, it didn't happen. Man took a self-exclusion from the group chat. But Jadon Sancho is now a Man United player. How you feeling?
I told man Bro, listen, last year was a blip, innit? You know what I mean? I told, man, JS7 this season. From early as well. I said it from early. I knew. Because, like, with Man United, it seems like what we do at the moment is we'll be linked with someone that we should sign for that season.
Facts.
We won't sign him. They will sign him the season after. Happened with Bruno. Happened with Maguire.
Yeah.
Happened with obviously happened with Sancho now as well. So recently, that's when it started the big signings. It seems like we don't get them when we want them because maybe the club is trying to get way too much money out of us.
That's true. It's a bit of that.
And then the year after we go in for them, but then it's like if you just spent that extra 10 million or 20 million, we could have been. You see what I'm saying? Like I look at Sancho, and I think I look and think if we had him last year, what could have happened? But then at the same time...
Because, you look at that... No, because I think you're right. I think that's an important point. Because there was a point where United, I think Pogba got injured.
Yeah.
And then they needed another creator that can just turn the game on his head. Yeah. Obviously, Bruno does that, but he does that in a different aspect. More about penalties and goals. But I just think... That point where he was at the top of the league, I think United got to the top of the league.
Yeah, then we just
fell off. Then Pogba got injured, and then
we fell off.
Momentum fell off. We
literally just fell off because And
then overall, what? City won the league by what? 6-7 points.
Yeah, you see the thing with that, I like it's almost false because I think the season was wrapped up at a point. So both teams had European obligations. Yeah. So like I think both of them were kind of like they both knew that they were getting top 4, innit?
Yeah, that's true.
City knew they were going to be champions. United knew they were pretty much getting top 4. So I feel like they both dropped off. So the gap, it's a gap. Whatever it is, it's shorter than it was last year. But which to be fair, when Ole sits down with his boss and sort of looks at review his season, he can say, they
can't deny it. The numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like Defensively, the team was seen better.
Yeah,
scored more goals than they did the season before.
Still a bum though, man.
So,
no.
But for his bosses, he's ticked the boxes. But I just think he needs to deliver a trophy this season. I think financially,
the fact that
he's been backed.
That final that we lost, it just said it all. That's Ole in a nutshell. The man was panicking, sweating, didn't know what substitutions to make. He had one way of playing or one like the first 11. And after that, he ain't got a clue because we don't have a tactical way of playing. So like it's not like one of them ones where you say, okay, you can fit into that position. You know how to play that position. You see what I'm saying? It's Bruno or bust, bruv. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
And so when Bruno ain't performing, you put Van der Beek in that position, expect him to do what Bruno does, but you got to adapt the game now to suit Van der Beek's way of playing. You see what I'm saying? But they don't do that. They just put him in there and say, go and assist, go and score, go do this. You see what I'm saying? And that's the main problem. And that's why with Man United, you get really high highs, you get really low lows. You see what I'm saying? It's never
a middle ground.
Yeah, there's no middle ground because we don't have an actual identity and way of playing. So man don't know what they're doing it's just freestyle football, bro. It's like give it to him, cross this, that, blah, blah. There's no actual pattern. Like you can't look and watch Man United and watch all their games throughout the season and pick like a time where they scored the same goal like 6, 7, 8 times.
No, it's true.
It don't happen because there's no pattern. It's just whatever. Because we got good players. Yeah. We got real good players. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to make something happen. And you know what I mean? Like I have to give Ole his dues because it sounds mad to say, but he has steadied the ship.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and people kind of underestimate how important that actually is.
That
you
is,
know what I'm saying? Because like we've been up, down, second, sixth, second, fifth, fourth, like all this stuff, and it's not
Man United.
It's not Man United. Obviously, Man United is about winning. So any of them positions are not good in the first place, but things happen. You can't be at the top forever. You know what I mean? Like Fergie left, and he was there for 26 years or so.
And we ain't going to see that sort of man.
It's never going to happen again
because football's just changed.
And then Moyes just came in and fucked everything up. And then from that point, it just the owners, all that, it was just like everything just went wrong. You see what I'm saying? So like you have to give him credit for steadying the ship. And to be fair, I look at the team we had like under Mourinho and them man there and all the past teams, and this is by far the team that I like the most. You know what I'm saying? Like the players we've got, even the way they play, like sometimes it's dead, like the football's dead, but more time, because we've got good players, we can get something going, do you know what I mean? So I have to give him credit, he's targeting the right man, brother. If we end up getting Varane, then to think that the back four we have compared to Smalling, Jones, them and Rojo, you see what I'm saying? That's a huge big transformation, you see what I'm saying? So I have to give him credit for that. He's obviously been playing Football Manager, isn't it? So,
but then saying that, I think United's strategy seems footballing orientated because of the changes they made upstairs as well.
Yeah, I think they had to do something because it was just a mess. Like Wood was just about throwing the bag. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big marquee signing. Look at me, I got dough, this and that. You see what I'm saying? So
he was just commercial.
Man. That's what I mean. He's all about how can this aid us commercially and make us do it right on the football pitch. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it definitely needs to change, and it looks like things are changing. It feels like
that.
You know
this
I mean?
is the first time I said, right. United have a clear,
even like when we sign like Ahmad and Medjbury and them and there. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like we've got a clear vision of don't keep like going out there and having to spend
28, on the 25 or 27-year-old. No.
Get the youngsters in. The good ones and nurture them up, and that's what we've been doing from early anyway. But it's nice to see that we're going back there, and the young boys we've got they're serious, man. And
Ahmad, I just want to see him.
Yeah, I really don't want him to go on loan, man. I really want to see him play this season.
I want to see him on loan. I want to see him in the Prem.
Yeah, I want to see him play, man. Because
in the Prem,
when he played, you know, what it is with him. Yeah, he's so clean technically. Like that's not, you don't get that often. You know, in a football player, but in a player that young, you see what I'm saying? He's so clean technically. He doesn't really lose the ball much.
No.
His dribbling is so nice and neat. You see what I'm saying? And he's got that confidence to give me the ball. That game against Wolves, I think.
Wolves,
He was it's just like give me the ball. Like he that personality to say, yeah, I'm here. I'll do what I want.
And he's going to have a full preseason in England as well, which is going to help him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably done a lot of. Though. Yeah, he's always going to the Olympics.
The Olympics. So he'll be back late.
He'll be back late, but I still think he would have done a lot more gym work.
Exactly.
Get stronger, get fitter.
With the AFs out there, man. So I know they're going to rough him up. You see what I'm saying? So,
but just do you think Ole's going in with a manager like Antonio Conte sitting at home? Do you think if you had the same start you had last season,
you think at home, get rid of him?
Do you think they will start looking at it and go, we need a manager now?
There's always going to be pressure. Like I think at this point now, it's season 3 or 3.5?
3.5 for him.
Yeah. So, and the fact that we got to the final and it was just so bad. Like you know what I mean? Like if we got beat and we played like we just got
played
beat,
well,
the
opposition was bad.
It was so bad that I think you've got to ask questions and be like, is this the guy, bro? Because we got to the semi-final. Yeah, it's progression. We got to semi-finals. Now we actually got to a final. We still lost. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about like that moment of we're just losing, bro. Like we'll get to that point and then it just all collapses. And it's not even like we're playing well and losing. The only game, obviously, the one against, I think, was it Sevilla last year in the semi-final?
Semi-final, yeah.
When we slapped them and should have won the
game.
Unlucky, and we lost. But you see what I'm saying? Like, generally, in them big games, it falls apart because the tactics just go to pot, bro.
But then he reminds me, when I see Ole, I see Southgate, they remind me of the same managers.
Bro, they are cousins.
Same managers. They're very safe in how they operate.
The only thing I would say though is Southgate is way more of a pussy, bro.
Facts.
He's actually a big pussy. I'm sorry. Like you don't have 6, 7, 8 very good attacking players and choose to only play maybe 2 of them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's mad. You see what I'm saying? But like. Yeah, they're the same in terms of like the thing I'll give Ole credit for. Like he's a very good man manager, like very good excellent man manager. You see what I'm saying? Like you can see when the boys play that they actually want to play for him.
Like it's a good working environment.
You see what I'm saying? That's like everyone seems happy, even the man them that aren't playing. You don't hear them coming out little things. But I remember under Van Gaal, Moyes, and them, man, you used to hear everything from the dressing room.
So that shows the players respect him, though.
Exactly.
That shows the level of respect.
That's the game. The game now, it's not about being hard and. You have to do what I do. I'm the manager. It's about actually the people that are playing now. They're not built like how these men.
It's different, man. It's different
now. So
because a lot of them are still kids.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people are not even deep in like.
Fam, even are young
like
boys.
19, 18, 23. Bro. I know, like at 23, if someone spoke to me a certain way in the workplace, I'd be like,
yeah, I lie. That's what I'm saying. And like he's got that on Smash. I'm not gonna lie. And like obviously, where he's a Manchester United guy and all that stuff, it's they all respect him anyway, you see what I'm saying? So he's got that absolutely on Smash. And I feel like he's got the right ideas.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he knows how to implement them ideas, you see what I'm saying?
It's interesting because I think he's at a crossroads. Like, I think if he goes on and United, with the recruitment that's happening, bringing a Varane, bringing a Trippier, and really now you're looking at squad really there it's a title. It should be a title. And on top of that, the ice in the cake, Pogba signs a new deal in the ideal world, really and truly now you have a squad there that, if tinkered with the right way, should go and push a City.
If we don't get a DM, it's pointless. I'll be real with you.
That's it.
If we don't get a DM,
but it's interesting because that conversation is quite interesting because like I was saying the other day, I think you get Varane, United can play probably 5 yards higher up the pitch.
Yeah, it's true.
Can squeeze teams. Now Pogba and Bruno on the ball more often. But you're right. Naturally, you still need a player who understands the role of a DM and how to progress the football. I
don't understand how it's not like top priority.
But it's because he likes that too, that pivot. I don't care what no one. He must see something. Obviously, we're not privy to that he enjoys those two as a pivot.
They make me sick. I swear to you, like people like the thing is, they're all you see them running around so much because they're always giving the ball away.
Facts.
We got 2 DMs, but man get to our defense like that. It's like a sieve, bro. They just pass straight through. You see what I'm saying? It's so jarring, man. Like our defense should be way more protected than it is. But we got 2 joke men there, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's mad because you see, like even Fred, he was balling out in the Copa America with a DM next to him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So even Fred's game will improve with a proper DM. McTominay does not like the ball. He's another pussy. You see what I'm saying? He when you actually watch him play, he'll put himself into areas where you can't pass him the ball. Yeah. And he'll look around his shoulders, make it look like he's doing something. You know what I mean?
But what DM would you go for if you were?
This is the thing. I'll be real. I don't really know who's.
I know people say Basuma, but I don't think Basuma is.
No, but I'd take Basuma.
I like him, but I don't think he's a screening sit there.
I don't think we don't need a sitting screener.
Okay, we don't need that. You need somebody an agile play.
We need somebody who can play as well. We need a ball player. Like I'm thinking, I'll go back to someone like Michael Carrick. The last ever like great midfielder that we had there. The way he was that guy, he could sit in there. He's not a defensive midfielder, but he could sit there. He could screen things. But when he gets the ball, that type of guy. When he gets the ball, he's moving it. He's progressing play. You see what I'm saying? That's what we need. Because if we get a DM, people, I don't know why people have this obsession these days of like you either defend or you attack. Exactly. Bro, it's defensive midfield, bro. So you still have to
be able to play.
You see what I'm saying? You still have to midfield. You see what I'm saying? So people like, I heard people saying, even I heard someone say like put Tuanzebe there and stuff like that. I'm like, in one other group chat, imagine someone said put why don't you try AWB there? I wanted to throw up.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Them step over in the centre of the park, bro.
United just needs a player that is composed on the ball, but understands his defensive duties, but still understands that can drop in and start the play.
Because what will happen is if you get a man who's literally can just defend and pass it on, what's going to happen is Pogba's going to have to come deep to get the ball, and we're going to have the same problems
that you're having now.
It's not going to change. You see what I'm saying? So we need somebody who can play. It has to be someone who can play, but is good defensively as well. And I'm trying to think of other. That's why, like a Basuma, I would have him.
It makes sense. The Basuma thing makes sense.
Sometimes I'm just like, what do these man do? Like,
so I'm saying, I said it yesterday.
You can slap a little 40 million.
It's like they see it and they just go, that's too easy.
It's exactly like, I can't.
But it's the stubbornness of a manager, isn't it? I'm going to be persistent in my ideals because in my ideals, this is what I want these 2 players to do. And if I compromise and say I'm admitting failure, but I don't know. I could be incorrect, but I think any of the top 6 teams, if Basuma is not there, come the end of the transfer window.
I fully don't get it, man.
The Arsenal thing is a bit different because if Arsenal sign him, they lose 4 players to the African nations.
Of course, yeah.
So I know everyone's like, oh, why Arsenal not signing him, bro? We lose him, Partey, Pepe, and El Neni.
Three of them
are starters, basically. Yeah. So then you're left with Maitland-Niles and them man there playing in midfield. So me, if I'm United, I'm definitely.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, obviously, like when I saw the Camavinga links, I was like, I thought that. But he's saying he wants to go to Spain. So, but it's like I don't know, man. Like if we manage to, if they're saying what 40 million euro, well, slap that. What's that? That's change, bro.
That's changed in the current market. That's changed.
He's what 18?
18.
Bro, the sell-on value is crazy, and he's going to be a baller. He's left-footed, isn't it?
Facts.
How many left-footed centre midfielders?
That opens up your midfield so
completely. Exactly, completely, bro. So I don't care, even if it's not even like you don't have to replace Pogba. Buy him, bro.
Facts.
And like, I think I don't know, like I feel like he could do a job at DM. I actually do feel I feel like where he plays now who's he play for Lille, is it? Not Lille, it's Rennes. Like he plays further up for them, but I feel like because he's just
athletic, he's athletic.
He's just that good. So like,
can do both sides.
It's like, who was it? Even like I swear, like was it Dembele? I think Moussa Dembele, yeah, when he played at the team before he came to like Tottenham, he was like a 10.
10, yeah.
But that's just because he's so much better than everyone else. They put you high up the field, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's not. He's clearly like an 8, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So like, I feel like Camavinga
can do the same.
Do a good job, man. He's young. That's the only thing and stuff like that. But bro,
But he said he wants to go to Spain. So
yeah, I don't want to get gassed over it because you know what I mean. But I don't know, man.
Which obviously leads us onto the Pogba situation. Do you reckon he's going to stay? You reckon he's going to go?
He should dip.
And if you're United, what do you do? Do you go out and replace him like for like, or
if I'm him, I'm dipping because the disrespect.
Yeah, the disrespect in England has been.
They just don't like him. It's simple crazy. As that. They actually just don't like him.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm him, I'm dipping because no matter what he does, he's never gonna get rated. He has to play a 10 every game, score 30 goals, get 30 assists, and you know what I mean, save penalties, and do everything for them to rate him. You know what I mean? So like for him, if I'm him, I'm cutting. But then if I look at it from a footballing point of view, where is he going?
That's what I'm saying. Like I was thinking we was having this conversation. I don't see where he goes.
If United sign Varane and like we got Sancho, we signed Varane as well. Like
you're really competing with every other top team in Europe.
I don't get it. Where are you going? I
get Raiola, innit?
This is what I mean. But like,
with the baggers,
I see the PSG links and that, and I'm thinking, bro, you're gonna go and play in the French league, like.
But they're building that to win the Champions League. So
yeah, but bro, man. You know what I mean? Like
me, I like for me, bro.
I get it.
You know me. I like
French boy.
I like all the quality players to come in the Prem. It just elevates everyone in the Prem, like to play better. The more exposure you have against Pogba, even as an opposition player, you're gonna learn things when you play against him week in, week out. So him leaving the Premier League for me is like rah.
It's a big thing. Still.
It's a big thing.
Yeah,
but like I said, like you said, you're right. I think the treatment from him, especially from the media, man, like Souness,
it's disgusting.
It's crazy. It's like there's a player
like Gary, that weasel Gary Neville. Oh my god, he's not my legend, bro. Not my club legend.
It's crazy how they disrespect him as a player because I think he's shown again,
bro. That game that they lost, he balled out.
It's the performance in the tournament.
He balled out, and they still said he can do more. Oh yeah, I even the goal. Yeah, I remember it. Like he lost on the halfway line, and then flipping Kimpembe hauled himself out.
Yeah.
But they didn't speak about that stuff.
No.
You see what I'm saying? It's just Pogba lost the ball. You see what I'm saying? But he didn't score a banger. He didn't assist. But the guy, nah, man. That performance, I was like, this guy. It paid me so much when they went out here just for him because like he was playing like at the level where like if they won the tournament, it's like this is one of the like.
My man's put him in there for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, this is one of the best like
performances
at international tournaments.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He
was, over from start to finish.
He was balling out, bro. Yeah. But it's what it is, and the disrespect comes back and everything, and like. I don't know, man. Like I always want us to keep Pogba.
But someone says, innit? So I can't remember who said. I think it was an ex-pro that said, like, in England we focus too much. I say we in inverted commas, but on what players aren't good at rather than what they are good at. And it's the only place on the continent where that happens. Like
ridiculous.
You'll go France, you'll go Italy. They will tell you what my man's good at.
They'll speak about what Verratti can do, not what he can't do. And they won't try and make him do what he can't do.
Yeah.
But in England, we have this obsession of he has to do this. That's what the English people do. We run around and we tackle hard and
it's crazy.
We win headers and stuff. Bro, no. Let the man do what he's good at and forget the rest. They did the same thing with Yaya Toure. They tried to make it bro, one of the best midfielders that's been in the Premier League.
Facts.
And they tried to chop his game down by just purely talk about his weaknesses. Bro, focus on the strengths. You see what I'm saying? And is it a black thing? Is it?
It's one of them, innit?
It's one of them, like, because I don't really hear them.
It's the same thing. Man did the same thing to Patrick Vieira.
You see what I'm saying?
He didn't score enough goals.
Too much
bro, you don't need to score goals. He was exceptional on the football.
I don't hear it too much about them man there.
So yeah, because man don't talk about what Lampard isn't good at. They tell you
never.
He was great at arriving and score goals, but I've never seen him do a lot of things that other midfielders did in his generation.
Exactly.
Man knows what it is.
Even you look at Gerrard, and in his like the best season he had as Liverpool was on the right wing.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you want to. Gerrard's a bad boy, 100%. But like I remember there was a point where they playing him in the 2, they were struggling because he was not disciplined enough.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. But you never hear that about him. No, you never hear it. It's all about what he could do.
Because really, he the best midfield performances for me, and I could be wrong, was when Xabi Alonso came to Liverpool.
That's what I.
Then obviously they had Mascherano as well, and that's where he had someone that genuinely enjoyed just screening the back four or coming deeper.
The thing is, Gerrard will do a madness every game.
Every game, yeah,
guaranteed. You see what I'm saying? Like he'll score a banger, or he'll just do something. He is probably top 2, top 3 midfielders in the Prem, definitely.
Nah, he's definitely one of the players. I think as the years are going on, and maybe so because he stepped into management now, people are starting to not forget about what he was as a player. But but you see, football Twitter.
I have to disconnect myself.
They're dangerous, bro, because some of these men have huge followings and are starting to formulate people's like and mentality when it comes to certain men
because they know it's gonna get clicks.
Bro. Facts.
Like football Twitter is so agenda fueled.
It's so crazy,
mad. And you'll get mad at something that you see. You'll get so mad at it. The person's sitting there laughing at their screen. They know what they're doing.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So I just try to take myself away from it, man, because it triggers me. Some of the gets me so triggered.
Triggered, definitely.
But I'd never get into arguments with people on there.
Nah, you can't get drawn out.
Nah, can't never get drawn out, man.
But in an ideal world, what's a good season for United?
A good season for United is winning the league.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Winning the league, winning the Champions League, winning the FA, winning the quadruple. That's the ideal scenario, obviously. But like realistically looking, I think if we don't get a DM,
second again,
it's second or third again. And Ole, bruv, the thing with Ole is, I feel like he could win something, but the players would have to play at 8 out of 10 pretty much throughout the whole season. You see what I'm saying? Because there's not, sometimes when you don't play well and your big players aren't giving you that stardust, the way you play can still cut open the team.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
There's a system.
Someone else can come in, a little young boy can come in, and because he knows the way system, of playing, the system, you can still cut a team open.
Facts.
But when you don't have a system and you're relying on pure individuals to do individual stuff, when that falls off, the whole thing falls off. And this is my issue with him. And like, I think he's a very good in between man. He's been a good like caretaker. Taking care of things, getting it back and steadying the ship. You see what I'm saying? But to take us to that next level where we're competing consistently, Premier League, Champions League, nah.
So who's that man though? If you had to pick a manager now to replace Ole, that is going to come in, has a clear way of playing.
You know the one I liked Nagelsmann, innit? Like I like that kind of football.
Yeah.
I liked him, but then like we slapped them and Liverpool slapped them.
Yeah, then it makes you think.
Then it makes you think, cool. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Obviously, he's still a young guy and like he's still learning his game and that, and his CV is way better than Ole's in terms of what he had.
In terms of what he's achieved, yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's very difficult because I there's I don't think there's as many like there's a lot of managers, but no like elite. Proper apart from like obviously your Pep, like Klopp and who else do you put up there?
You say Conte is like.
Yeah,
but then I think he's still a bridge because if you look at his,
he's a bridge. Yeah.
He comes in and if certain things don't happen, he's like
cutting. It's true.
So, although because I think he will come and take United to another level.
I don't.
You don't reckon?
But do you know what it is for me, bro? Like I just can't. Like style of football is key. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
His style of football is semi-negative.
The thing, it's tough because like. Sometimes it's not amazing football, but you're killing teams, bro.
Yeah, it's effective,
and it's effective. And if you're winning,
No one
and
cares
you're
about
playing
the start.
pragmatic. No one gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with that is you have to win. Once you don't win, it's a big problem.
And the problem with pragmatism, in my opinion, it has a shelf life.
It does.
And eventually, like you see what happens with Jose. It works, and then if you don't deliver a trophy in your high period, then the players start going, bro, why am I running around?
Right, exactly. Why am I doing all this fuckery when I'm actually a good footballer and I can dribble past people and stuff, but you're making me do shot runs. You see what I'm saying?
That's it.
I left back when I'm a forward player. You see what I'm saying?
That's it.
It don't work unless you win. Trust me, that's the only way it works. But as you said, like after a certain amount of time, people get tired of it.
It is. You see it all the time.
I'm not doing this.
I see even in just work life. Like your pragmatic managers, they'll come in, they'll sort of steady the ship a little bit, and then eventually, when everyone starts going, well, we need to go up an extra gear, they're not the ones to sort of get that out of the
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough now because I just feel like it's mad because Ole's like got a decent record against Pep and stuff like that, and in some of the big games he's been pretty decent. Like, but then. I don't know, man. It's like sometimes he just gets it right, and I don't know. It's like by luck or what, bro. I'm like, how, bro? Like,
but it's the star power that United had. It's the quality of the squad allows you to go, and a game's not really, you're not playing the best brand of football, but Pogba will turn to do something. Rashford will be on it on that day, and now you got another player that can turn the game in Jadon Sancho.
On Jadon Sancho, there people are probably just gonna think he's gonna come in and do a madness, but they have to understand that he played in a system at Dortmund that allowed him to do madness because of the way they played. You know what I'm saying? You see Sancho for England. Everything aside, if we're not careful, that's the Sancho we'll probably see for United.
But I think the only reason I don't sort of support, I think, is that he's going to get a run of games at Man United, which will allow him to find his feet. The thing I like most about Jadon Sancho is his passing selection. Like everyone talks about the trickery, but he always picks. He always picks a pass, the right pass, not just any pass, the right pass. Bro,
and that's the key. That's the key. That's what we've missed in our front three.
And that's why I think Mason Greenwood and Cavani are going to eat this season.
Yeah, but you know what's mad? This maybe a mad thing to say because everyone seems to have forgotten about him. But I want to see the link up between
him and Martial.
Sancho and Martial. Because Martial loves link up, bro.
Yeah, the prodigal son.
Bro, he loves link up. And bro, at the end of the day, he had a shit season. But if we get Martial anywhere near
firing
how
again,
he can play,
he's elite.
Bro, with a man like Sancho,
that's what I'm saying.
They're balling out.
And I just think it's vibes as well, isn't it?
It's vibes, bro. You know when you're playing with man and you're like, vibes. And we've got so many of them players now. That's why I'm getting gassed, innit? Because even like Ahmad, he loved that kind of football. You know what I'm saying? That technical football. And Rashford does it here and there, but he's not as technical as them, man, innit? And Greenwood, like, just a shooter. You know what I mean? Like, we got a good blend of attacking.
Because that's what I like. I like the fact. One thing I give Ole as well, the way he got the club to tie up the Cavani thing.
Yeah.
I think the player that's going to benefit most from that is Greenwood.
Definitely.
I think having Edison Cavani for another season.
Yeah, he can learn a lot. And
he's going to learn a lot.
Bro, he's an old man. The people think that he's going to start. He's not going to start every game.
No.
He's going to probably play like one. If there's 3 games in the week, he'll play one of them. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's going to be plenty of opportunity for the other centre forward, Martial, Greenwood, whoever, to play games. They'll get good minutes.
But I think it's important when you have a senior pro like that around a young striker.
It is
giving him
because the second half of the season he was on stuff.
Facts.
He was on stuff. I'm not gonna lie. He was doing bits.
Facts.
It just shows you like. And you imagine, like, if he had someone like Sancho who can actually give him good delivery,
good service, bro. His pass selection,
you know what I'm saying,
is incredible. Like everyone, I know people are talking about, Sancho's gonna bear step overs. I'm like, the thing I like a rate about him is his pass selection. I've never seen him pick the wrong pass. I've never yet to see him overdo it. He doesn't do the.
People actually, I don't like. He's a very good signing. Like,
it's elite, and the deal itself is mad to me. Like, pay 73 million. There's no add-ons. There's nothing. You've got a certified. Yeah, and you get to pay it over his contract. Like, and on top of that, what I like most about the deal, it was a man that's his agent that brokered the deal.
Yeah.
So everyone's eating well off that.
That's good.
So that's good. That's good. But looking at just the league in general now, top four, how you reckon that's going to sort of...
It depends on signings, I think. Like, obviously, everyone's getting gassed about Chelsea. Me, personally...
If they get a killer up front, they're a problem.
Yeah, they will be. But at the same time, like, you can't discount that Tuchel was only there for, 6 months? 6 months. 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. And regardless of anything, Lampard was a bomb, bro. You see what I'm saying? He was an amazing.
So anyone coming in would have just uplifted the thing.
He was so bad. So anyone coming in would have uplifted the thing. Anyway, Tuchel. Is it
Tuchel, depends on what.
He's a good manager. He's a very good manager.
Excellent.
But sometimes what happens is when you're in there for like 6 months or something, you can come across something and it works, and it's like a short term thing that works.
It's like when you first link a girl, isn't it?
Exactly, like, everything's working.
Bro, it's like I just want to be around her every day and that.
That's it. So like, I feel like have over a full season. Will it work? Because they showed a couple little cracks here and there. They're very lucky to not be at the top four.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Very lucky to not be at the top four.
Leicester did a madness.
Exactly. So there's a couple things there where I think that over a full season would this. Oh no, but obviously, as you said, if they get a killer up front,
it's long.
It could be mad. But then I look at their defense and I'm like, is it really that?
It's not that.
And this is why I say, because they found a system that just worked for them, and because it was only over a short period of time.
And the Kante importance.
Yeah.
I think if he gets an injury, because he's a year older.
Yeah,
if he gets injured, do they have a replacement of that caliber to come and do the same job that he does? And I don't think
that's what I mean, man. I don't know. I just feel like, obviously, congratulations to him, and he did a great job on that. But I feel like over the course of a season, people tend to pick bits in your what doesn't work in your system, innit? But because he was there for a short amount of time, it was people didn't have as much time to pick out the bits.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
So that's why I'm not getting. I'm not overly gassed and being like, they're gonna do a madness. A lot of people expect them to do a madness next year. I'm not 100%. I think they will. I think they'll definitely be top 4, 100%. But I think if they get a striker, if they end up getting Haaland or something, then they'll be.
If they get a killer up front, it's long for a lot of teams.
But again, as I said, like I don't know. I have to see in it. That one's there and thereabouts. Even Man United, like this season for me is key because it's like, so was last season were we up there because everyone else is shit? Is it because there was no away fans and everything? You see what I'm saying?
All those variables they'll come back now.
So now we will see if we're actually making progress. But I feel like with the signings we've made, if we can get Pogba,
step in the right direction,
we're going in the right direction, definitely. But the DM is so key. Like, oh my god, and obviously the CB. If we do close the Varane deal, that's a great signing.
Great, that's great. That's an impressive signing. Impressive signing.
I'm still like, I don't watch the Spanish league all the time, innit? I'll be real. I don't watch the Spanish league all the time. So I think
he's elite, man. I think it's one of them. Like, my man's won 4 Champions Leagues.
He's a
World Cup winner. He's played big games.
He's better than Indo by far. You see what I'm saying? So, and by his glass, innit? So he's something to have there, innit? But in the Euros, I'm not gonna lie, he's looking a bit shaky. He's looking a bit shaky. But I don't know.
But France, I think France.
But France will not.
They're not.
They got a bum in charge as well, bro. They got another clown in charge too.
So I think some of that is the system as well.
Yeah. And to be fair, he's got Slabhead next to him, mate. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, I've been onto Maguire. I was onto him when he
had a very good Euros,
but he had a very good Euros. To be fair,
he came back in. Yeah,
he had a very good season in general, and I think I actually started to appreciate him more and being like, you know what, actually, he's good at what he's good at.
But I think one thing Maguire's done that I've realised, he simplified his own game.
Yeah, he has.
I think when he just came from Leicester, he was still trying to step out with the ball. Yeah. And I think he's understand that actually, for me to be the leader that he is at Man United, he has to simplify his own game. Yeah. Otherwise, you can't put your man them in trouble.
No.
Because sooner or later, they're going to just lack respect for you in the change room. Like, bro, you costing us goals week in, week out. So I think he simplified his game.
I think that's a good pair. I think that actually
it's a
good pair. I think those
if you want to do similar comparisons, you're probably looking at Ferdinand and Vidic again. Similar pace in terms of profile. One's not as fast, but loves to head, put his body on the line, and one's good on the ball with pace, both tall. So I think it's excellent. And again, it's another quality player into the Premier League, bro.
I don't know, man. I want to.
I think it will happen. I think he's just playing it. He's respectfully, because he's not trying to rock the boat too much.
Solskjaer definitely wants him.
And definitely wants him. I think it's just agreeing.
Yeah, I don't know if we do manage to secure him, we should like my head is we should second and potentially a title too. We should.
No,
the players are there, innit? You see what I'm saying? Again, though, but if you don't get DM, then if McFred are still eating,
then it's probably the weakest part of your team because I think Luke Shaw now is in flying form.
Yeah, Luke Shaw is solid now.
Flying. We know what Wan-Bissaka does, but I think you're looking at that squad now. You're thinking,
no, it's a good squad, man. And I don't know, man. I just feel like what like puts us back is obviously Ole. 100%. But then like, you think of it and you're like, this the thing. It's a sticky one because you're like, okay, he has McFred, bro. What do you want him to do, bro? Like, that's his 2 start midfielders.
Yeah,
obviously by his choice.
By his choice. Yeah.
But then at the same time, you think if you had somebody else who was better there, then surely the team would improve. And it would.
It definitely would improve.
That's why I say with him, I don't feel like he himself will implement enough into the team to make the team better. I think he's one of the managers who has to have
quality.
The players.
Quality, yeah.
Has to. You see like Brendan Rodgers, for example, even though Leicester bummed out again. Yeah. But like they will play the profile of players they have.
He improves players.
Yeah, the profile of players they had.
Out, yeah.
And for how they did was that they did well, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you get them managers who can have players that aren't household names in that, but they can have them balling out. Yeah. Well, I don't think Ole could do that. He
needs ready-made.
Yeah, he has to have
just puts them out to
and
play.
they need to be good enough to ball out themselves without him telling them what to do.
No, that's fact.
But I think United and Chelsea. It's hard to say the order. I think United and Chelsea will be in there definitely. Tottenham can do one.
They reckon Nuno I reckon Nuno could have them popping.
I don't know, man.
I think
it's difficult because I'm trying to split the Nuno from last season, the one from the season before.
But I think at Wolves last season, I think
and Tuesday he lost Jimenez. That's like
he lost Jimenez, and I think he'd reach. Sometimes in a job,
innit?
Yeah, you're just like I've exasperated everything I can get out of here. There's nothing. There's no more flavor here, and I just need to find a new place to new vibe. But then
who's gonna? No one's gonna want to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't think he's gonna make them good enough to be.
But they got that. Is it?
They signed someone in it.
Yeah, that for Lamela.
I don't even know the Don.
And then they're linked with a couple Atalanta players. So I don't know. It'd be interesting down there. But all hinges on what happens with Kane, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's the same with City. I feel like if they were to get like a Kane.
Yeah, if City get the leagues, that I think that's unfair. Like, there's a bit of me that goes, I need Daniel Levy to make the league fair.
Yeah,
and say 150 million cash, he's not going nowhere. He's still got.
You know what it is like. I slightly look at the way Kane plays, yeah, and I wonder, like,
would he eat there?
Would he actually chop
he would eat
there?
Fam? He would eat there.
But he's always gonna eat.
Pep will say to him, "I don't need you to do this."
No, but will he though?
Nah, he will. I don't need you to do this quarterback thing here.
No, but will he? He plays a false 9, bro.
I need you to play of the 18. If he plays as a false 9, then he's even like Kane can do that. But I'm saying if I'm Pep, I'm looking. Where can I see the guy's elite? He's a killer.
You saw what Pep did for the Champions League.
I know what he was smoking over there. That Champions League business, I don't understand.
It's like he fights with his own brain.
That's what it is. That's honestly, you know that man that I like. They're so clever.
Yeah, they're like no.
Yeah, I'm like,
bro, you just start
Aguero.
Exactly, bro.
You start a striker, and I think you beat Chelsea.
Bro, he didn't start a DM, innit?
No DM, no striker.
And that's the first time for like the whole season.
Like, man them on the bench, and you're like, then you bring him on.
But that's what I mean. I feel like, and Kane from the Euros, yeah. He just annoys me, bro. Like, I just don't. Listen, it's not his fault, innit? You know what I mean? Like, it's not his fault that they've chosen him as their poster boy.
Yeah. It's not his, all of that.
But he just pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like he just sometimes that quarterback shit he does, bruv. Like, bruv, you're not Wayne Rooney. Like, relax, bro. Like, just stay in the box and score goals. Bruv, that's what you do. He's trying to come here, spray that ball out wide, and he's not even running into the box.
No, still waiting for it on the edge.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like
picking up areas.
If City take him and they say to him, "Be a fucking striker. Don't do none of this fancy shit."
He'll clean up.
He'll eat
because they do that.
But the pass, the simple ones.
The simple ones, tappins. Bare tappins.
But, like, I don't know, man. If they get... At the same time, City are just a bit funny sometimes, man. Like, I'll be real. Like, I feel like...
Sometimes it's like the players... don't switch on quick enough at the start of the season.
And also with Pep's thing tends to run out.
And I think the rotation system pisses a lot of top players off.
It tends to run out.
Or like man will hit a certain groove and they will take him out for 5 games. Yeah, and it's like asking them to recreate it and bring him back in again.
Obviously, they won the league last season quite easily.
But
the start was horrific. It was horrific.
And I think the difference this year, if they have that start, is the crowds. Yeah, the crowds being there, like
you can't just play your game and just get on with it.
No,
there's no
man are onto you.
Man are onto you.
Man are onto you.
I don't know, man. Obviously, they're still probably the best team. Like, but their City will be in the top 4. They're not going to not be in the top 4, and then it would be Liverpool, wouldn't it?
But then even them, I think
there's a big question mark on
over them.
Over Liverpool, big question mark because a lot of Liverpool fans are like, "Oh, it's just because we didn't have players. Oh, this and that." But I'll be real with you. I saw this coming, bro. Obviously not the injuries, but the
project is reaching cycle.
Yeah, and the season where they didn't win the league, they were balling out.
Facts.
The season where they won the league, they stopped balling out and they were just being efficient.
Yeah.
So I could see that like it was getting less
and less for me anyway. I said, well, now them not re-signing there told me a lot about the project going forward. Than
exactly.
anything.
And
I don't care what everyone's gonna do. Now you want more money. I goes no. If he felt as though there was another project to follow on from what they did,
and you're paying him a decent salary,
he would have stayed. Yeah. So I think it's reached this.
And stuff happened with like Hendo and like Firmino.
Yeah, they're still. Apparently, he's looking to go. Firmino hasn't been offered nothing new, so that just tells me the cycle's end, and I don't necessarily know if the owners.
That's what I'm saying. Like, want to invest. I don't know if. I just don't know if. Obviously, they performed badly because they were missing a lot of players, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know whether they would have done much better. With the players. Like, obviously, some games they would have, but I don't know, man. They were just. I saw this coming. Like, I saw like they stopped playing good football. It was just they had a way of playing. They were just that efficient. Like a lot of long balls and diagonals, whipping crosses into the box and all that stuff. And I felt like teams started to just catch on with it. And it happens over a period of time.
And to be fair, at the start of the season, when Van Dijk was there, that Norwich game. Was it Norwich? Villa. There was a game where I was like, yo, man are popping against him.
He was there. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I think for them, they have a lot to prove because they obviously now you've got your players back, so you should win the league then.
True, yeah. If you're going by the consensus.
If that's what you lot are saying, you've got the players back, so win the league.
Yeah,
so, but I don't think it's just that. I think, like you said, that the project is coming to the end of its cycle. You know what I mean? Like, it needs refreshing. I said from time that they need to take when you have
they had to sell one of that front three,
and when you have the free workhorses in the midfield, and they don't create anything, you have to have your free elite forwards have to always be on job. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, like Trent and Robertson. Obviously, Trent had a poor start and better.
Yeah.
Robertson was not really that great throughout. He was just here and there. You see what I'm saying? And like, it becomes a problem because your free midfielders don't create, so you're not getting anything.
Any service,
you know what I'm saying? So I've always thought after the season they won it, I said for Liverpool to go the next direction, I think they need to probably not bin Firmino, but don't
get a recognised
proper striker.
Yeah.
And then get like a 10 or something. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how they would go to the next level. They didn't. Barely did anything. Obviously, they got the injuries, but even their attack was so blunt. Like, it was so blunt. And I just, man, we'll see in it. We'll see what happens with it.
It'd be interesting. I think definitely, I would say the same thing. There's a question mark against Liverpool. I think there's
a question mark on a lot of teams, man.
I think for me, I'm looking at Leicester and I'm thinking they've won the FA Cup.
I forgot about Leicester, bro.
I want to see how Brendan Rodgers moves that project on because, again, they struggle to secure top 4 after a great start.
And it's always the ending where they just collapse.
So it tells me it's a mentality thing in the players. The squad, not that they don't believe they deserve to play Champions League football, but
you know what it was even as well, Like I saw Brendan's comments after I think they won the FA Cup, and he's like, we're not meant to be here, like, you know what I mean, like
so that underdog mentality.
Leicester, even being or even being in that position at the end of the season is a great thing, like, and it is a great thing, but you're there now, don't bum out, bro.
Just go and maintain, especially when Arsenal is just not doing what you're now in the modern era. You're able to replace them
and the fact that
the top six.
The fact that came out of his mouth, it's like that's what the players must feel.
Yeah, facts.
Well, we got here.
We've done well. We've overachieved.
We're Leicester. We shouldn't even be here.
Yeah. But realistically, in the modern times, they've won the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. And they should be like from where they were. They should have secured top 4 once again.
Yeah, and a well-run club off the field as well.
Yeah, exactly. Very well-run club, and like the recruitment is always good.
Excellent.
Always good. You know what I mean? They always make good signings,
and they sell on
get
for
a lot
good
of money
profit
for their players and stuff. So like. Yeah, I even forgot about them, boy. But I think I don't think they'll make top 4 because they just don't do it. They just don't make top 4, innit? And then best for last, obviously, Arsenal and that. You know what I mean? Like
the Arsenal project is still
that's
it's interesting to me. I think I like what the players that are being signed because I think they've clearly shown when you go for the club in the last 5 years of just recruited poorly. You've gone for 27, 28-year-olds, and those players are just coming there to collect the change. You see it last season. Willian is just there to collect peas. The bread come back to pre-season with a belly. I don't care what no one says. Crazy. As a professional footballer, I think that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Man. That just shows he was just chilling the whole time.
You guys eating, bruv. He's
just eating. So the signings now, you want those players to go develop and have some value. Arsenal's always going to be a selling club. I don't care what no one tells me. But I rather have 90 million, 50 million coming in that having to put it out every season in wages and just nonsense, and you're still getting the same level of football and nothing's improving.
Yeah, I don't know. For Arsenal, I think it will be like a top 6.
Top 6, like if Arsenal come 5th or 6th, you have to see that as an improvement. I don't think they're not going to spend the money that's required to do. You basically have to go 4 places to come 4th.
I don't think there's not enough there.
Villa have improved again. So the teams Arsenal have to be now looking at your Villas, your Leicesters, your West Hams.
Even Leeds.
Leeds, yeah. Those are the teams that you have to go, we need to beat them first.
Yeah.
And convincingly beat them. You still have Tottenham who finished ahead of you, technically speaking.
Yeah.
So to do a 4-place swing with potentially only spending.
And you're seeing what other men are putting out for players.
It's not going to happen overnight. I don't care how many coaching you do, and a lot of things have to drop in your favour for that to happen, and that's realistically rarely happens. We're not going to see a Leicester happen again. The thing Arsenal have, and if they play it right, is they don't have no European distractions.
That's the thing.
So if you can find his first 11 from the off and stick with that, then you're able to put out the same 11 every week, which is going to help. But we see what Arteta does at the best of times, so it'll be interesting. I think that's the only advantage they have in terms of getting top 4. Yeah, because they can put out. They haven't got the as many games as their rivals in and around them.
Yeah, I agree.
So outside of that, I didn't see how they go about getting back into the top 4.
No, I don't either. That's a very short conversation.
It is, it's very, very, very short. And I say that as a proud Arsenal supporter. But then again, I don't get emotionally too. Anymore. No, you can't. Arsenal to me is a social experiment. It's a social experiment. It's like having the cure for cancer every year and go, nah, we're not doing it.
Bruv, with United,
we can clearly see the frailties on and off the pitch.
Yeah, I know.
And no one around it goes, let's fix it.
Yeah. United just suck me in every year, man.
I get sucked in, but I still like. But you see how man them like.
I've got a season ticket.
I can't do it. I can't do it no more.
I have a season ticket. Bro.
Nah, I can't do it. Arsenal don't get no money off me. No
I live
money,
in
bro.
Reading.
No
I have
money.
a season ticket to go to Manchester.
But you lot, the thing is with United supporters, you still get big signings.
I know, that's the thing. We do eat.
Like, you still eating. Yeah, you can still go and buy a Sancho. Who am I buying, bro?
Yeah, I hear you.
Spend my money on who?
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, man, like...
£65. Yeah. Adidas kit. Who am I putting on the back?
Yeah, reals. Saka, isn't it?
Apart from my son, who am I putting on the back?
Come on, bro.
But that's it. I can't do it. The last Arsenal kit I bought, bro, had O2 on it.
You know what, to be fair, I haven't bought the kit. I can't remember the last kit I bought even. I'm buying this one.
Had O2 on it.
Sancho
on the back.
One with Sancho, one with Ahmad.
To be fair, if Arsenal, I don't know. It's if. Like, if Arsenal sign Maddison, I might go right. Maddison, I might get 2. I might get him and Saka. I think if I see that signing, but I personally think Ben White is the last. That's after Ben White. We haven't seen. I think that's done. If you're listening, well, Fabrizio say that's done. He's just
how much did you spend all in all? He's what 50. Isn't it?
He's 50. Tavares was 8 million, and Lokonga's 17, but could rise to 23.
So the maths is nothing, boy.
So you're looking at 90 million, 100 million. Yeah. 100 million. But to really, if you're looking at that thinking, who's creating? Where's the goals coming from in midfield? If Aubameyang decides to have another season where he's like, I'm not just on it. Where's the goals coming from?
I don't know, man.
So it's an interesting one, but we'll see, man. AFTV is gonna update us on what's going on at Arsenal every season.
It's not even entertaining no more, man. It's just.
It's not. It's man. Yeah. At this point now, it's just like.
It's like, oh man.
It's draining.
Bruv.
It's draining. It's draining. It's draining.
That's the thing. Like this season, I feel like I've picked the best season to have a season ticket.
Nah, facts. Fans back. Everyone's gonna be gassed.
Man, them, bro.
Yes, facts.
You got Sancho. You got Rashi. See the man singing this little baby. I wish he was a drill artist, bro. And then these lot was crying more, bro.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I love the French league, man.
Nah,
the black man in the French league are just on. They're just on what they're on. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't care
straight up. But like the man them are there. You know what I mean? Like I just love seeing the black brothers. I'm not really.
Nah, bro.
I love you. I love everyone.
I love everyone, but I don't see the man them eat.
I love seeing my own, bro.
What you mean?
You see what I'm saying?
I love to see the man them eat.
Sancho. Brother, they need to slip a mud in there, man. I said that they need to get my boy in.
Facts.
I need to see him, bro, because he's too clean technically. There's like, bro,
he's hard.
I feel like he can do a madness.
Nah,
I feel like if given the chance, he can do a madness.
He's a player that I don't want us
to keep him and just hold him up and let the boy go, bro.
Let him go.
If he's going on loan, Dortmund, that's it, bro.
To a team that's technically of a high level where he's going to
because hopefully Rashford goes and gets the surgery because he's been bumming out for like 8 months because he's got about 50 injuries.
And he'd be about couple months out
you
to recover.
Let him get himself done properly.
Yeah.
Then we've got Marshall, you got Sancho, you got Cavani, Ahmad, Greenwood.
Yeah,
bro.
The cover is there, definitely.
It's there, fam. You see what I'm saying? Then that gives Ahmad. Then you can actually. I slightly just want someone to get injured so that he has to play. So then they're like, okay, he's ready.
Nah, facts.
You know what I mean? Physically, obviously, he's gonna get roughed about here and there.
But that's just the Premier League, isn't it?
But his technique is so. Bro, he's my favorite player. Bro,
nah, he's hard. He's hard. Dark horse. Who's your dark horse for the Premier League this year?
Who got promoted?
Brentford. Watford. And who else came up?
I think Brentford.
Norwich.
I think Brentford, man. I feel like I don't know. You know what it is? I got full manager season with Brentford, didn't it?
Yeah.
I won the Premier League my first season. In the Prem. But I feel like I don't know, man. They just give me something. They just give me some kind of vibe that I feel like they do they're not gonna get like top 5 or anything like that, but they'll be like, I think they'll get a very respectable finish.
It's always one, innit? It's always one that comes up.
Last year, it came up.
Did bits, yeah. So, and those two teams play with the same intensity,
similar,
same attacking drive, and
so yeah, man. And Tony's staying.
Yeah, Ivan's. It looks like he's staying. I've heard no whispers about him.
I think he'll bag like how Watkins did. I think he'll bag goals.
If he bags 15, that's a brilliant season.
That's a great season. So I think I like Brentford, man. I've always liked Brentford.
So it's one of them clubs. It's like they play good football.
Yeah, I just liked them, man. I just liked
good
them.
football.
So I think they'll do well. Dark horse.
But yeah, I still think the Premier League set me up because that first game of the season, I just have to sit there. I can't.
Where you sitting?
It'll be in the family bit that they have down there. But it's one of them, innit? Like someone asked me, like, what's the perfect game? 0-0. Shan gets 90 minutes.
Yeah, real talk. Well, not 1-1. He scores a goal.
Bruv, I don't want to see 2-2, then he comes on and then it's 3-2. Like, the man will be cooking me on Twitter.
Cooked.
Well, your brother doesn't respect you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted that game to come late in the season, but it is what it is, isn't it? I said it early, though. I said it early. I was like, they're going to get Arsenal.
Nice opener, man.
Yeah, because you know what it is. It'll be a good game. Good game. It's a good game. And it's probably, of all the big sides, Arsenal's the one because they come out and beat you 5-0.
Yeah.
By the same way, they can lose to you 3-1.
Yeah, it's true.
So you don't know what Arsenal you're going to get. So it's a good opener. I think 2 footballing sides that want to play the right way. So it makes for an entertaining game. So I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing.
Might not Leeds will be a good game.
That's a good game. There's some good games at the start because is it City Spurs? City Spurs. On the Sunday. So that whole weekend is gonna be.
All I'm saying is I'm gonna be there in OT in the straight end of my boy JS7 touches pitch.
Nah, that's
debut against Leeds. You mad? Fam, if he bags, everyone's gonna hear from me, man.
Nah, facts.
Everyone will hear from me.
I want him to do well as well, man. I want all the brothers that came out of the Euros. I want him to bang. I want Saka to bang.
Yeah, agendas aside.
I want all of them. I want all of them to just come and rip the Prem.
But, if he falls off, then I might have to get that treatment again.
Man, Saka is the truth, man. Saka is.
How long is he staying at Arsenal?
I need him to score 12 and Pep to come and finish the evolution. Fair. That's me being honest. Fair. As an Arsenal supporter, and I'm looking in the camera telling man that no one.
How long is Pep staying at City for?
I think he'll get.
Another 2 seasons.
I think another 2 seasons.
He needs to win the Champions League, innit?
Yeah, I think he will win the Champions League and then dip. And then dip. I think he's not. Everyone at the football club is not saying it. Because even the chairman came out. I was like, the Premier League is still a big trophy to win, and they're like, well, if we do well in the Champions League, it's always a bonus. But I'm like, nah, them man want to win that. They want to win that.
You don't pump all that money into just be domestic champions.
Facts. So I think if it takes 2 seasons, I think Saka goes to them for about 70, 80 million, and I'll be happy. Like I said, I'm a realistic. Arsenal has always been a selling club. So why would it be?
He's not gonna. He won't stay there.
Yeah, why would it be any different now? Like,
he will not stay there.
I just like the fact that now we have multiple valued players. Smith Rowe now, Teeny, Saka. There's loads now coming through, and I think the 2 young additions in Lokonga and Tavares, I think they're gonna add value to their performances. And if a bigger European club want to come and spend their money, please. So that's me just being realistic. Who thinks going to go down? I think Burnley's going to go this year.
They need to. I've had enough of Sean Dyche and his fucking voice. Yeah, he needs to take.
I think.
Fam, he just pisses me off, bro. I don't know. Like they just play. Bro, like it's not. Is it even football?
They tread water too much
every season
for them not to go down this year.
They need to go, bro. Just get out of here, Chris Wood and them, man, bro. It's so annoying.
I think Norwich will go as well because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They don't overly
spend. They don't spend much. No, do they?
So naturally, if you don't spend,
who else came up again?
Watford.
Watford could be alright.
Watford would be alright, but they change managers like Gal change draws. So
I don't know, man. I need to properly have a proper look at it. Like I haven't really looked much. Obviously,
but signings will be key, innit? Signings will be key.
This is why I'm kind of because it depends on who man signed, bro.
Man signed,
Bro, the transfer window.
Because Brentford just signed Franco Onika today. He's hard. And he's hard. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, and the thing is, now in the Premier League, you get people will just want to come to the Premier League. So if a team that just got promoted is looking to sign you, you're thinking, I'm probably gonna go there because then bigger clubs will see me in the Premier League. Like I remember that. Who's that? Is it Seri who went to Fulham.
Yeah.
Bro, there was bigger teams than
Fulham, but he went to
Fulham because he just wanted to be in the Premier League.
But where is he now?
I think in Championship. But it can go both ways.
Both ways, it's true.
But I don't know, like the Premier League is the Premier League, and once you get in there and you're playing for a decent team, you're likely to get snooped.
That's it, man. That's it. But just to wrap up, man, let everyone know we'll take you on the socials. New EP is out as well.
Yeah, man.
Doing
new
well.
EP is out. Leons to Pounds Casablanca. That's my EP. I just dropped that on Saturday. Saturday just gone the 17th. So
run that up.
Run that up, man. Run that up. Selenx1 on all socials, Twitter, Instagram. Find me on Spotify.
Nah, facts.
Apple Music, YouTube.
Everywhere.
Nah, but yeah, for real, man. Run it up.
Nah, now I've listened to the album multiple times. Like I said, it's my morning.
Vibe, man. It's a vibe. Like,
I put it on in the morning after I wake up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you sit down,
and you take it
gardening, whatever, just put it on. You don't have to skip a song.
No, facts. From
it
top
just
to
runs
bottom.
straight through. It's smooth. It's like 18 minutes long.
That's
By the time you know
take it in.
You got what you need to do.
Or whatever, yeah, you're
you
chilling.
What I'm saying? Wow,
it's
listen.
a vibe. It's definitely a vibe.
Make sure you tap in, my guys.
Facts. Listen to the guy. My guy, love for coming through.
Thank you very much for having me, man.
That's all right, man.